the Diva Lounge today. We are hanging out with Jon Renau, and they're going to teach us all about wig care, and not the fancy wigs that some people think we need, but just low maintenance, how we can just shake these wigs out, pop them on our head if you're going through chemo and your hair's falling out, stress-free. So I know a lot of people think that Jon Renau's this company, which I know you guys are booming, but girls, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Jon Renau?
Absolutely. Well, so thankful to be here today with you, and thanks for inviting us. We're really excited to work with Cure Diva. And my name is Diana Ford. I'm the education coordinator for Jon Renau and Easy Hair.
And I'm Emily Buckwalter, and I am also an educator here at Jon Renau.
Great. So we're really excited to share a little bit about Jon Renau. We are a family-owned company. We've been in business since 1969. The founders, John and Stella Reynolds, they started the company back in South Africa, which is where they're originally from. And John is a pharmacist, actually, by trade. He owned and operated a pharmacy in Cape Town, South Africa, and lo and behold, became introduced to the very much needed need of women in the industry that were going through types of medical hair loss and things like that. So that really inspired and drove them to start the business, and they've been in the States, gosh, since 1985 now. So yeah, so it's exciting.
And I think what people don't understand is that hair loss for some goes through. Like, I have friends who are on hormone therapy and their hair loss is still going on.
Yes. Yes, we really categorize by a couple different ways of hair loss, and we'll refer to more short-term hair loss or temporary hair loss versus something that's permanent hair loss or ongoing long-term hair loss. And really, we are able to fulfill the needs of everybody in that case, and that's something that we always strive to do as a company, and really to connect. This is such a great opportunity as well to work with Cure Diva, because we love to work with the end consumer as much as we can, and the end wearers, and hear the feedback and all of that. So that helps us grow quite a bit.
Yes, so thank you.
Let's start right off, because one of our guardians, Jo, wore 2 of Jon Renau wigs all through treatment, and she said people didn't even realize she lost her hair because it looked so natural.
Oh, sure, yeah. I think we always think, you know, we hear wig and we think, oh, well, it's going to look like my grandma, or you just think of this little, you know, artificial, bulky, poofy, heavy thing on your head. It's the innovations now, it's incredible what they do. I mean, we all wear hair, and most of the time, you know, clients ask us, well, have you ever worn a wig? And I say, yeah, absolutely, I'm wearing one now. So you can see how natural and how just, you know, how they feel like part of you. It's not just something on your head. So.
Well, that last sentence you just said, it's part of you. So right away I have clients that say to me, well, I need a real hair wig. I need a real hair wig. And I say to them, are you going to be able to care for that wig while you're in treatment? So maybe you girls can elaborate on that.
Well, it's important, and I want to point this out. Emily and I, again, like I said, are both wearing hair, and one of us is wearing human hair, and one of us is wearing synthetic. So interesting to see how natural both can look. Yeah. And you know, it's again, I'm wearing my human hair Jennifer today, and you've got your top level
on.
So Emily's wearing a topper. She's blessed with gorgeous, beautiful long hair anyway. But yeah, it's interesting to see. You know, I think, you know, as a woman losing your hair and going through hair loss in any form, it's nerve-wracking. It's one of the more emotional sides of going through something like cancer or any kind of treatments in that, where you're losing your hair. And to us, it's always to make you feel the best, but it's always our job and our clients' jobs, who are actually the retailers who are retailing the product. It's their jobs to really sit with the client and to figure out what their needs are. How much time do you want to spend? What's the maintenance looking like for you? And to inform them of that, because I know, you know, you walk in and you want the best, you want your hair to look the most natural, but I know I spend quite a bit of time styling my human hair piece, where a synthetic option is styled and ready to go. So.
And I think another thing to remember is, if you, as an individual, whether you're going through treatment or not, did you wake up in the morning and spend that extra time doing your hair? Or are you the kind of person who puts it in a messy bun or a ponytail and you're good to go? If you're not, exactly, right? I'm a low bun girl. Most of the time I throw mine in the lower bun. I have so much hair I don't want to do it sometimes. But that's important to remember too, is when you're purchasing that wig, what kind of maintenance do you want to put into it? If you don't want to wake up in the morning and do your hair or spend the evening getting it set beforehand, then, you know, synthetic is shake and go.
I love that, shake and go.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got our spring collection actually behind us. I'll just share with you. So this is Scarlett. She's one of our favorites in the collection. It's always hard to pick a favorite, but you can see here, Scarlett's got this beautiful beach wave, and this is all, everything you see behind us is all synthetic fiber. We wanted to really showcase this today. And again, we typically will recommend a synthetic fiber to somebody who's going through temporary hair loss, or somebody, you know, we heard the story, I'll share this quickly. Yeah. Emily and I were actually in Houston doing a training for a client, and she said she did the same thing. She walked into a wig shop and said, I want the best. I want my hair to look, I want my wig, excuse me, to look exactly like my hair. And she had long, beautiful hair like Emily, really long, dark hair down to her waist, and instead of the technician saying to her, you know, you have 2 small children, you're going to be going through a lot of pain, you're not going to feel well, and this is what a human hair wig entails, he just kind of saw dollar signs and let her walk out with a $5,000 human hair waist length wig. And she was so excited until she started actually needing to wear the wig, and she said to us, she goes, you know, I wish I would have known this. I couldn't even get my arms up over my head most days to get my wig on.
Nor was she supposed to because of the surgery.
So it was all these factors that we started hearing, and it was, you know, it's really just to find out about the client. What's your day look like? Are you a mom with 2 small children? Do you even want to spend time with your hair? You know, that kind of thing. So that's something we really like to touch on.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that point, because I couldn't wash my own hair. There's no way. And my girlfriend's daughter used to come over to do my hair for me because I couldn't lift my hands up. So I would never even have thought of that.
Yeah, that's a big focus for us. It's really finding the client's needs. I mean, of course, everyone's, you know, wanting to get the best and to have everything look and feel the most natural. But with that comes quite a bit more maintenance and also a little bit higher investment as well. So if you think about the time frame of how long you're going to need a wig, unfortunately, most clients going through some sort of medical hair loss are faced with a lot of medical bills. So it's really challenging to, you know, kind of find something in the middle sometimes for them, and they're so adamant about human hair. So we just really like to share the benefits of synthetic fibers and how great and natural they can look.
But that actually brings me to another question that people kept asking, and they said, well, if it's synthetic, then it's going to be itchy, and my head is bald.
Yeah, that's a big concern. I'll share with you quickly. I actually donated all of my hair, and I shaved my head. I was doing a fundraiser for children with hair loss, and I was able to experience what it was like to not have hair and to also wear wigs every day, and learn a lot of tips and tricks. So we're going to share some of that as well too. I think it's important to talk about. The biggest thing I can say about the feel of synthetic versus natural or human hair. Human hair is always going to look and feel the most natural. That's one of the features and the benefits of human hair. But the kind of con side or the downfall of human hair sometimes is the time, again, maintenance and all the styling that it takes. You can't just let human hair wigs air dry. They have to be washed, they have to be conditioned, and they have to be blown out, much like you would blow out hair in a salon. So unless you have someone that you want to take your human hair wig to, you typically going through a treatment aren't really going to feel that great and wanting to do that sort of thing. So the feel of synthetic fiber, I will say it's actually very soft. If you can see here, I'm trying to hold her up here so we can see. It's a very soft fiber. For some, though, I will say we've heard, you know, everybody's different going through treatments. Everybody's body is different and their sensitivity levels, that they can feel that little bit of maybe a little bit of scratching or on the inside of the cap. Absolutely, that's something. So we've got some products here to help remedy that. So I'll take our little friend there.
Right here. Try to turn my back to you.
So with that being a level of comfort, obviously, is what we're always achieving or trying to achieve with wigs. So I'm going to let Emily actually walk us through some of these products here. This is our Sure Grip band here. You can see it comes in a little box like that. Can you see us okay? I want to make sure I'm on the camera here.
Okay. So this is a really nice little trick, especially during the summer. This is actually something that you can put in cool water and cool it down. It's kind of a refrigerator for your head. So you actually just place it like this. You kind of see how I have it there.
Yeah.
And then it's got Velcro back here so that you can adjust it for your head. So if you need a larger circumference, you can do that. If you need a smaller circumference, you can as well. But what it does is it relieves the pressure from the wig hitting around the temple area. So we have a lot of people say, oh, it's creating like a tension headache. I feel a lot of pressure right here. This will help alleviate that. It's soft, it's squishy. Here, let me get a little bit closer. You can see it's squishy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the sugar band is a major favorite amongst clients, and you know it does a lot of things. We've seen it be both cooling, like Emily said. You can stick it in the fridge. It's kind of like your little mini air conditioner under your wig for you. It keeps the pressure up those points there, and really helps to alleviate any tension headaches and things like that. And it just feels good. You can wear them under scarves and all kinds of headwear. So it's a nice little addition.
I use it for migraines. So if you do get those kind of headaches,
I get horrible migraines.
Yeah. So this is amazing just to kind of add that cooling that you need.
Brilliant.
Another one too is one of my favorites. Headline It. So Headline It is it comes in a box like this. You'll see. And Headline It was designed by one of our clients, Jody Pliska. She has alopecia universalis. There's actually a picture of her here on the back. And she won one of the first American inventor shows with this product. In fact, it was really interesting. It's a product that actually wicks away moisture. So the liner actually looks like this. This is called Headline It. And really neat. This is the back here. And when you put this into a wig, I'm going to have one for you. Emily do this for you and show you here. It's a 3-layered material. So there's 3 different layers of material here, and they're moisture absorbing, or they wick away moisture, much like you see a lot of now workout clothes and things like that. They keep the moisture away from the body. So it provides a really soft liner. It's actually very, very soft. And the logo here is adhered here. You can see that it actually gives a little bit of grip. So if you're ever worried about your wig coming off or not staying secure, this will give that little extra grip as well. And it'll keep moisture away from your body, keeping you cool, which is really great in the summer. And a lot of times, if you'll notice here, so Emily's going to put this is an Oso-like cap. This is all wefted. Okay. However, with some of that wefting, or even in the monotops, well, Emily, I'm going to have her apply this to show you. But even in some of our monofilament top wigs or monotop wigs, the hand-tied knots can get a little uncomfortable. So I'll show you that in just a sec.
I'm trying to do it on camera if I can.
No, you're doing a great job.
Okay. Want to make sure you can all see it. So you'll notice that I'm kind of lining it up against the front of the wig, or the hairline of the wig. I'm just kind of patting it down there. You'll see that it's blue, but you won't see that. So the blue needs to face you. And like she said, this part will actually help kind of secure it as well. And then once it's placed in, you just flip it out, and it's kept inside.
Perfect. And it's like the wicking material. You know, we have a lot of pajamas and T-shirts for hot flashes. I mean, hot flashes during treatment are the worst. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. What a great invention.
Yeah, we kept hearing from, like, you know, the 70s and the 80s, all these interesting ways women would you know, kind of line their wigs, and it was like, this product is incredible. I mean, I've worn them a couple times, and during the summer months specifically, but you know, I see in our warehouse, our guys are wearing them in their ball caps.
My husband wears it.
So yeah,
it's a great idea.
Great idea.
I didn't even know we had that. I just linked that out to everyone so that they could see it. I didn't even know we had that.
Yeah, Headline It's one of my favorite products, and in fact, where Emily just showed you, you can line the front. You can actually stick one in the back as well, so you can be lined all the way around, which is really exciting, and it just feels good. If you wear a ball cap or things like that, you can even stick them on the inside of like a scarf. If you wanted to wear a little beanie cap or something like that as well, would be great. So. One thing I wanted to point out so this is our Carly, She comes with a lace front, which is our smart lace front, into a monofilament top, which is 100% hand tied. So if you wanted to apply your headline it here, you want to make sure you come. I'm just going to get in close here so everyone can see. You want to get in and apply right behind that line there, that transition line, just so that you're not showing any of the headline it through that line. So you would, again, line it up there. And this helps, again, put that barrier between you and that hand-tied area, just so it stays nice and soft. And, again, that's a big concern, is just comfort. So
that is just so smart. Another thing that actually someone that's watching asked, washing your wig. Nobody knows that you need to do that.
So we hear all the time, we hear all sorts of things, and that's kind of something that we're aiming at with education, is to really get care out there. There's a lot of misunderstandings, we can call them, out in the industry. Some clients feel like, oh, if I wash my wig too much, it's going to fall apart, or, I only wear it, this many times a week, so I only need to wash it this many times per month. And we've heard so many different things. So what we have found with proper care and maintenance is going to extend the life of your wig and help you kind of get the most out of it. We recommend washing every 6 to 8 wears. Now that we found is a lot more often than most for washing in the industry, but come to find out, a lot of clients were using very harsh detergents and very harsh cleansers on their wigs. And if you look at a wig, there's a lot of elastic in this base. I'm just going to pull Carly back out here. You see this stretch panel here. This is a lot of elastic in this base and all around the perimeter here as well, plus the fiber. So if you're washing every 6 to 8 wears, let's say I wear my wig all week, I'm going to wash it about once a week.
Right.
And that's going to allow that fiber to stay in nice condition. It's going to help prevent any buildup. But more importantly, it keeps that cap nice and clean. If you start letting all your sweat and oils and makeup and all the other good stuff we put on our bodies and what is coming out of our bodies and sitting into the wig, that is actually going to break down the wig faster. So it's best to wash every 6 to 8 wears and to have that, just kind of as your routine. So that's what we recommend.
And
we'll talk about. Go ahead.
Cutting your wig. People want to cut their wigs.
Cut their wig. Well, we're both licensed cosmetologists, and I can tell you a wig is not the same as biological hair. It doesn't grow back. No. That's one big thing. So cut carefully. Really, we recommend taking it to a wig technician, somebody who specializes and who's, has an experience. Service. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I actually tell them to not cut it, only because once you cut it, like you just said, it doesn't grow back.
No.
Once you alter it, it's done.
Well, what's most interesting, I'll just share this quickly. When a wig is created and designed, I got to see this actually at the factory. It was incredible to see how a wig is made. That the whole wig and the cap is like the length of hair and everything is measured before it's applied to the cap. So there's actually a lot of clients, and I thought the same thing too. They think, oh, well, they just put all this hair on it and they cut it. There's actually no cutting involved at all in making a wig. It's all pre-measured, and it's either sewn in or hand-tied, which is a whole nother incredible feature. But to create this actual silhouette. So when you talk about the shape or the silhouette of a wig or a piece, that's what that is. And to get that natural movement and all that. So it's a pretty involved thing. Everything's pretty much made by hand. When you start to cut, especially if you go any shorter than like 2 or 3 inches in an area, you really start to challenge that silhouette and that shape that's sewn in there, much like a dress or a top. It's supposed to have a sleeve, so I chop the sleeve off. It's gonna. Do you see what I mean? So it's greatly altering that shape. So it's a little challenging.
I agree. So what other pointers can you guys give us who are in treatment and are really worried about buying that first wig, and they don't want to spend a lot of money because it's temporary, but they want to get a really great looking wig, and they want it to last. So what are some great things?
Well, we say with, again, proper care maintenance, every 6 to 9 months is about when you're going to need to replace your synthetic and high heat fiber or high heat synthetic fibers. That's just the longevity. Imagine it being a top that you wear every single day, a t-shirt you wear every single day, day after day. It's going to break down. You might lose a button, that kind of thing. I keep referencing clothes, but that's what comes to mind.
I think people can relate to that too. It's not just
right. So then, you know, if you go into where human hair will outlast a synthetic, just simply by the nature of the fiber, it's, you know, more like 9 to 12 months. Again, proper care and maintenance. So I guess, you know, our biggest advice is to go with something that makes you feel like you. That's the biggest thing. And to, you know, it's really important where you're getting your wig. A lot of our clients want to shop online because it's private and it's that private experience and the support that they're able to get. So it's reaching out to, I mean, that's what I love about you guys, is that you have these support groups and you're able to share this information with wearers and those that are in need of hair. So that's our biggest advice. And anything else you want to add to that?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing, and I've seen it multiple times just going on visits, is the first time you put that wig on, it's not going to look 100% like you. And so not having false expectations, it's going to seem heavier than your natural hair, not by much, but just enough that when you first look at yourself, it might be a shock. But once you get past that initial, I'm wearing a wig, you'll start to see how great you look. And honestly, most people are not going to know that you're wearing one.
That's actually really good advice. It's really good advice.
It's very shocking, and we'll completely admit that. It is extremely shocking.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest changes, and it's putting something on your head that's not you, and you're trying your best to look and feel like you. And you know, it's our mission is really to get it as natural as possible. But
absolutely,
just know that, I mean, we hear it all the time. My gosh, I had no idea you were wearing hair, and I'm in the mirror going, oh my gosh, I can see my little lace front. You know, so it's really having that, but and building the support with again, you know, like your Diva, you guys are so amazing to do that, and you're not just retailing, you're actually creating a community and servicing. So
well, we are trying for that, and I know that we don't really have any more time to really discuss this. I know it's going to be part 2. You guys created a whole line of toppers and magic hair that women can put on a hat and put some hair, and I can't wait to get it on the page. You guys have really gone above and beyond what we need. You really have.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. We hope it was helpful today.
Yeah, I think it will be. I really do. Honest to God, wigs are very difficult.
Yes.
For all the reasons you just said, because it is so new, it's scary. We're going through so much as it is, and now we're putting this foreign object on top of our head. And a lot of women pre-buy. So they're buying a wig before they even lost their hair because they don't want to do it before their hair starts falling out.
Absolutely.
Right.
So they're, you know, prepping themselves, and I get that, but then they lose their hair, and now they're emotional, and they put it on their head, and all this other stuff comes up. So we're trying really hard to prepare them in all ways to be ready for it. So
well, if there's anything else out to anybody watching or who's going to watch in future, you know, this is our first one, and I know we were talking offline a little bit, Emery. We're so excited to be able to do this and to partner with you all on this. So if there's suggestions or questions or anything, you know,
I think we will get some more. And I think the other thing that people don't understand, they think wig, and they think right away that the wig's going to cost $5,000. But as we were talking, I was sending out wigs from $89 to $300. I mean, there's such a wide spectrum of wig prices that it fits everybody's budget.
Absolutely. We really do make from the lower end price points all the way up through those higher end investments. But, you know, it's always important to know that there is something out there for you, and it's just reaching out and not being afraid. You know, hair loss is one of those things that's been kind of a taboo, not talked about thing for so long. And unfortunately, with the rise in medical treatments and medications and all sorts of things, diet, all of that, you know, hair loss is very prevalent. And it's 42 million women in the U.S. alone suffer from hair loss. So that's our mission, is to be able to help and support and create those products for women out there. So
I mean, and us girls love our hair.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
Well, you girls have a great day, and thank you so much. From New York to California. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.